Same house really for decades. Then all of a sudden being forced to change your address, and you just have 10 days to do that.
All right, after we started looking into what's going on, the city admitted the process is flawed. Our Chris Woodard is getting results.
And this is the neighborhood where those forced address changes are going to happen. And that is something the homeowner actually tells us she understands. What she doesn't understand is the way the city initially notified her that they were going to force this through.
We're responsible for that.
With one letter.
It was like, I'm sorry, what? I had to read that like 3 times.
A big part of what Carrie Sunbaum knows about her home of 18 years is changing.
The process has to change. It's absolutely disrespectful.
The city notified Sunbaum her address is changing and only gave her 10 days notice to get all of her affairs in order.
I think the funniest part is, like, the city has asked us to accomplish this in less than 10 days, essentially. What have they ever done in 10 days that someone has asked them to do?
Infill or new homes are coming to these newly split lots on her block. And because of the way the existing homes are already consecutively numbered, there is no room for new addresses. I looked into it, and this is the city code that allows the fire marshal to make such a change. The fire department tells me it's all about safety.
Because you want to go directly to that address, not be driving up and down streets trying to find that address.
That part Sunbaum gets, but the short 10-day notice and lack of response when she called the helplines is where she has a problem.
So I get that. Progress, it happens. So, no, we're not opposed to that. It was more the timeline and the flippant way, or the flippant nature in which it was handled.
I went to the Bureau of Development Services for answers. I found out the change is needed because the street was misnumbered years ago. The city is supposed to leave room for growth. They tell me the 10-day notice was a mistake, and they will now give Sunbaum until October 1st for that change to kick in. They say in the future the helplines in these situations will not lead to voicemail boxes, but will now go directly to staff who can help. And I'm told they will look into Sunbaum's suggestions of paying homeowners an inconvenience fee for things like new address plaques and mailers to be sent to friends and family. And for months, we've been telling you about all the infill like this that's going on in Portland. So because of that, I wanted to know how common these forced address changes actually are. And I found out this case truly is about a mistake made a couple decades ago, because in the last 12 months, there have only been 8 homes that needed forced address changes. 2 of those 8, the 2 we're talking about right behind us on Southwest 51st. Live in Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.
Interesting story, Chris. Thank you for that tonight.